The footprint charts. This is very special kind of chart. We see here data. I could say that this is the X-ray tool to see what is happening on the each side of the candle. And to be really sure what is here exactly, I found the company which created the first footprint chart 20 years ago in 2002. I just wanted to see their confirmation what is this, because many traders read this differently and I needed the 100% answer. So each cell or each cluster represents traded volume, and these are executed orders. There's not any pending orders, limit orders. These we can see on the depth of market chart, which I honestly don't use anymore. It's making just too many confusions, and these numbers are changing too fast. So as confirmation from them, these are the executed orders, and I used to say that we see contracts here, the number of contracts, but I need to be aware to use the correct words. This is a traded volume. And there's the one thing that traders often think is that when price is going up or down, it means that there are more buyers or sellers. And this is not true. We need to know that what is moving the market is the aggressivity, the willingness to buy or sell to get a higher or lower price. Let's take, for example, that we see the one buyer, but he put into the market 250 lot, and on the bid side there are 50 contracts, but each one is like 2 lot size. So we can say that here are more sellers, but the only one buyer was more aggressive. He put 250. So we see the aggressivity. We see the really the traded volume. So the other thing what we see in this chart is also the delta. This is the second row. The first one is the volume, and the second row is delta, which is the difference between buyers and sellers. By watching the delta, when we see the change on delta, this is kind of early warning. Don't treat the delta thing or delta tool as a signal. This is just a warning that something is going on. So let's use for this example now when price reached the resistance. Yes, this is based on from the intermediate part of the course and the pattern we are looking for. Price reached the resistance as equal highs, and we see the delta is negative. This is not a signal for a sell, but a warning that sellers are preparing for their move. And then happened the liquidity grab. Yes, the very high volume. So this is perfect confirmation of what we are looking for from the intermediate course. The patterns. We see on the resistance that the sellers were preparing for their move. This is incredible that we are able to see this. I want to also say about the differences about reading the footprint chart, because many educators or traders are reading the chart diagonally as 74 bid to the 81 ask, 51 bid to the 83 ask. I noticed one thing, and also found this by these creators of footprint, that if I have here the 100 to the 81 traded volume, I change the chart to the only volume. This was calculated horizontally. Each cluster is traded horizontally to see the fight between bid and ask in the exact each price price level. Same with the delta, as the -9 and 9, and what we had here before. Also, this is difference 19 and 9. So if all these things are calculated horizontally, and my decisions in future will be based on these readings, on this data, also put it to my candlestick chart, I look for my entry criteria as the imbalances, which will be more talk about in the next lesson. I'm also reading this horizontally. Yes, for me the imbalance is with the 0. I love to see zeros. This is my own observations about after a lot of tests on GU. But there's one but. These creators read the are looking for the imbalances by reading the footprint diagonally. This one thing they read diagonally, not every single data, but only this one. Why? Because initially they were trading Dow Jones, Nasdaq, S&P. These assets are moving very fast. There's a lot of volume traded. Here we have just like dozens, and these assets are moving like with hundreds and thousands on each cluster. So the imbalances where the momentum happened are like in really few clusters. There are areas, yes, so they found it easier to mark it diagonally, to have area of interest, to see the potential market rejection. And GU is moving slower. I am not using big stop losses. I use only 3 pips. So I also read as all the other data. I also look for the imbalances in the horizontal way, not diagonal. This is the one difference, but yeah, I love to read this all horizontally. Yes, these tools are calculated horizontally. We want to see the difference between buyers and sellers on the one price level, not the fight between price levels, but in the one exactly one. This is what I tested. This is what is working for me. You don't need to follow my rules. It just works. Yeah. So these imbalances are very, very small on our instrument. What I can say more about this this chart. Here on the left, you can choose your instrument, as we are trading here GU, but there are also the other are able to trade. If you want to, we have another channel, there's other pairs. And the second one, you can choose the time frame. On footprint charts, I switch only between M1 and M5. Later about the volume profile, I will show you how I use the 1 hour on footprint. But the M1 and M5 is to mark my imbalances, my levels of interest, and to see the absorption, which will also be explained. So I use only two time frames, and here I use the bid ask, not ask bid, not anything else, but just this. I'm not changing the tick, yes, because if you change this, this is good for faster assets, to not see the one candle as whole screen, but I like the precision. I like to see what is going on each tick. So very precise data. So I just thinking what I can say more about this. Yeah, there's one thing I don't use, but I will tell about it. This is the term of finished and unfinished auctions. Very confusing topic, but yeah, let's say about this. The finished auction means that there's no interest to move the price in some direction. This is the theory. Yeah, so here, for example, we have 0 to the 2 and the offer side, so no more sellers, and as we are looking for the aggressivity, that the every buyer has to have some seller on the other side. It means that no one was interested here. The auction was finished. Yeah, 0 sellers wanted to fight. So it could mean that the price will not go up. The same situation is on the lowest cluster. So this we call finished auctions, and we have something like this without 0. This is unfinished auction. So it can mean that still something is here, maybe some limit orders, and the buyers want to reach this level. But previously we had finished auction, yes. So that's why I'm not using this as any strategy by themselves, but this can give just extra confirmation if by using our pattern with the equal highs, lows, and liquidity graph, or the compression, the complete compression, and then we see on top the 0 cluster. It's the, oh yeah, this is truly finished auction. This is the perfect liquidity graph. No one wants to go higher. We can sell. But this is not happening too often, and I would really use this as a small last little confirmation. You can trade only like this, of course, find one setup or two in whole week, and as a very, very safe setup. But you will miss a lot of others, right? We need to put some risk on the trades. I never used finished unfinished auctions, and I'm doing well. So I want to treat this as an information confirmation, and maybe as a TP if I'm looking while selling for some area where probably can be some limit buy order below unfinished auction. Just my point of view. So I think that this is all we need from the footprint chart to know what is on the cluster, that these are executed orders, that we are looking for change of delta. About delta I will tell also later in the one of next lessons. That I read this horizontally, and that imbalances are only for me with the zeros, but without the first and last clusters, as these are the unfinished finished auctions levels. Yeah, this is it, and let's go to the imbalance lesson to see some examples of entries. What am I looking for, and yeah, why I have opened footprint chart to get my perfect entry.